Have you ever felt exhausted from trying to control everything? Love doesn't come. Work falls short. Happiness seems just out of reach. You plan, meditate, pray, but still feel stuck, wondering, what am I doing wrong? I know that feeling. We live in a world that tells you to do more, run faster, hold tighter. But what if I told you the most powerful act sometimes is to stop? Carl Jung, the great psychologist, uncovered a deep truth. Life doesn't respond to your words or efforts. It mirrors the real you deep inside. When you force things from fear or lack, you push away the very things you crave. So what if, instead of chasing, you let go? Not giving up, but trusting that when you stop interfering, things will find you. This video will guide you through Jung's journey from letting go to healing to becoming the fullest version of yourself. Whether you're struggling with a relationship, work pressure, or searching for meaning, I'm here to explore with you. Take a deep breath and stay with me, because by the end, you'll see you're not creating your dream, you're remembering it was always yours. Part 1. The most powerful action is to pause. Imagine you're standing before a door, pushing with all your might, but it won't budge. The harder you try, the more tired you get, the more frustrated. Then you stop, breathe, and realize this door needs to be pulled. Life, sometimes, is like that. We charge forward, make plans, control, fix, thinking effort will unlock everything. But have you ever wondered what happens if you pause? Not giving up, but letting go with trust. Carl Jung, one of the greatest minds on the human soul, revealed a powerful truth. What you resist not only persists, but grows stronger. When you force life from fear or lack, you send a signal. I'm not enough. I need control. And the universe, it listens. It mirrors back, not your words, but your energy. Think about the last time you checked your phone, waiting for a text, or worried about an opportunity not yet here. That feeling, like a rope tightening your chest, that's not intuition. That's your ego screaming, do something. But Jung taught us the most powerful action sometimes is doing nothing, not from weakness, but from wisdom. When you pause, you let your soul breathe. You allow your subconscious, like a quiet friend, to start healing. Old wounds, invisible fears, they dissolve in the stillness, and something magical happens. Reality, like a painting, rearranges itself. I know, pausing sounds scary. We're taught to fight, to hold on. But picture this. You're in a storm, trying to keep everything from blowing away. If you let go, let the storm pass, you'll see what belongs to you stays. Jung called this surrender, not from defeat, but from deep trust. Trust that the universe isn't against you. It's waiting for you to align with yourself. So how do we start? The next time you want to force a door in life to open, pause it. Take a deep breath. Feel the tension in your body. Ask yourself, what am I trying to control? And what happens if I let go? You don't need answers right away, just space for your soul to speak. This isn't the end of your effort. It's the beginning of a new way to live. A way where you don't chase, but attract. Don't force, but allow. Stay with me, because when you learn, do pause, you don't just open the door. You discover that door was always open, waiting for you to step through. Part 2. Stop chasing, face your wounds. So we've seen, pausing can open new doors. But have you ever wondered why we keep running? Chasing love, a career, or a perfect version of ourselves? Think about a time you craved a relationship so much it consumed you, or worked day and night just to prove you're good enough. That feeling, like a fire, pushing you forward. But what if I told you what you're chasing might not be what you truly want? Carl Jung, who understood the human soul, pointed out an uncomfortable truth. Our desires are often a veil, hiding deep wounds. You crave love, but deep down, are you afraid of being abandoned? You chase success, but are you trying to erase a sense of not being enough? Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you'll call it fate. Your subconscious, like a director, behind the scenes, pulls the strings of every decision. If you don't face your wounds, like the pain from a childhood criticism or the hurt from a broken relationship, they'll turn your desires into a flight from yourself. You think you're moving toward your dream, but really, you're running from who you are. And here's the heartbreak. When you chase from fear, you send a signal. I'm not whole. I need this to feel enough. The universe hears and mirrors back, not what you want, but who you are. Imagine you're holding a cup, but it's full of cracks. No matter how much you pour in, it leaks out. Chasing from a wounded soul is like that. You might get what you want, but you can't hold it because your hands still tremble from old wounds. Jung didn't teach us to run faster. He taught us to stop, turn inward, and ask, what part of me still feels empty? This isn't giving up on your dream. It's purifying your motivation. When you heal, you stop chasing what doesn't belong to you and start attracting what's truly yours. So what do we do? Today, grab a piece of paper, write down one thing you deeply desire, maybe love, a job, or recognition. Then ask yourself, what pain is this hiding? What do I fear? If I don't have it, don't rush to answer. Just listen. The answer will guide you to the truth. Stay with me, because when you face your wounds, you don't just stop running. You start living from a place of wholeness and strength. Part 3. Life is a mirror. Your subconscious listens. So we've learned to face our wounds. But have you ever wondered why life keeps repeating the same old lessons? Broken relationships, missed opportunities, like a cycle that won't stop. Is it fate? Carl Jung, who uncovered the mysteries of the soul, said life doesn't challenge you. It's a mirror, reflecting the real you deep inside. Not the words you say, not the affirmations on paper, but your unconscious identity, the silent beliefs guiding every step you take. Can you feel it? That tightness in your chest. When you think about the future, that's not intuition. That's your subconscious whispering, I'm not ready yet. Jung once said, your vision becomes clear only when you look into your heart. Those who seek signs outside themselves merely dream. Those who look within awaken. Think about the time you wrote, I deserve love. But stayed awake, worrying if it would come. You can't fool your subconscious. It hears everything, remembers everything, like a friend who never forgets. If deep down you believe you're not enough, not safe, even if you shout, I can do it, life will reflect back. You don't believe it. This is why you feel stuck in relationships that stall or jobs that drain you. Not because you failed, but because your subconscious, like a director, is playing a movie of your unhealed fears. Imagine your subconscious as a radio, broadcasting your frequency. If that frequency is doubt or fear, The universe responds, with delays, with setbacks. But if you change that frequency by listening, everything shifts. Jung didn't tell you to run from fear. He told you to sit with it. When you feel anxious, don't play a podcast. To drown it out, don't check your phone. To fill the void, breathe and ask, where is this feeling coming from? What does it want to say? Every fear is a message. Every hesitation is a signal. Your subconscious is always speaking. The question is, do you have the courage to listen? So what do we do today? When you feel rushed or anxious, pause it. Find a quiet corner. Place your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. Ask yourself, what part of me still doubts? What part doesn't believe I'm worthy? Don't judge. Just listen. The answer will lead you to the truth. Stay with me, because when you learn to hear your subconscious, you don't just change your frequency, you change the entire movie of your life, from chaos to harmony and freedom. Part 4. Letting go is awakening, not giving up. So we've seen your subconscious mirrors the real you. But have you ever felt letting go feels like losing? Like if you stop trying, everything will fall apart? I get that feeling. We're taught to hold on, to fight, to control. But what if I told you, letting go isn't giving up, it's awakening with a deeper strength? Carl Jung, who understood the soul's mysteries, taught that true transformation doesn't come from forcing things. It comes from surrender, not resignation, but trust in a greater flow. Think about a time you checked your phone every 5 minutes, waiting for a text, a sign, or an opportunity. Each time you checked, you told yourself, I need this to feel enough. But Jung pointed out, your subconscious doesn't hear your words, it feels your vibration. If that vibration is lack or dependence, life mirrors back with silence or setbacks. Letting go isn't pretending you don't care. It's not scrolling social media, claiming, I'm fine, while your heart races. Letting go is reclaiming energy from what you can't control. It's saying, I've done enough. Now I trust things will come at the right time. Imagine you're gripping a rope, afraid that letting go will make everything vanish. But when you release it, you realize that rope was binding you. Letting go, according to Jung, is knowing you are enough, even if what you want hasn't arrived. When you believe that, your vibration shifts. You stop begging the universe. You align with it. And here's the paradox. When you don't need something to feel whole, everything starts to flow. Not because you forced it, but because you stopped resisting. I know, letting go sounds hard. We fear, without control, things will disappear. But Jung taught, control is an illusion. The truth is, you don't need to cling to keep what's yours. So what do we do today when you want to check for a message or worry about the future? Pause, take a deep breath, place your hand on your heart and say, I am enough, whether this comes or not. I am whole. Repeat it, not to convince, but to feel. Each time you anchor yourself in trust. Stay with me, because when you let go, you don't abandon your dream. You awaken to your true strength. You become someone the universe can't help but respond to, with love, opportunities, and peace. Part 5. The creative void, the power of stillness. So we've learned to let go, to align with our true vibration. But have you ever experienced a moment when you let go and nothing happens? No texts, no opportunities, no signs from the universe, Just silence, like a wall, making you wonder, what did I do wrong? I know that feeling. We expect. When we let go, miracles will arrive right away. But Carl Jung, who understood the soul, called this silence the creative void. It's not punishment. It's where everything is reborn. Picture yourself standing in a field. No trees, no sounds. Your phone is quiet. Your heart still acts, and the world seems unchanged. This void is terrifying. No map, no proof. You're on the right path. Just you and the stillness, like a bell, demanding trust. Jung said, in all chaos, there is a secret order. The void isn't where you stop. It's where your soul is built. Old beliefs crumble. Old wounds heal, like dry earth, waiting for rain. But here's the trap. Your ego will scream, this isn't working. If you believe it, you'll go back to casing and destroy what's forming. In the silence, think about a time you waited for a reply, an opportunity, and felt like time stood still. We're taught to do something, to fix it. But Jung taught, the void is purification. It strips away the illusion of control, forcing you to face yourself. Can you feel enough? Before love arrives, can you feel safe? Before your dream job appears? If you can, you shift time. You turn waiting into becoming. Stillness into magnetism. I know, staying in the void isn't easy. We want to act, to see results. But Jung reminds us, the universe doesn't follow your schedule. It follows your energy. And before it brings what you want, it tests who you are without it. So what do we do? Today, if silence surrounds you, don't panic, don't fix it. Find a quiet place. Sit down, breathe. Ask yourself, can I trust, even when I see nothing? Then feel the peace, even for a second. Moment. You anchor yourself in stillness. Stay with me, because in the creative void, you're not just waiting, you're becoming. And when you master the stillness, life will sing back your own song with love and hope. Part 6. Integration over obsession. So we've explored the power of stillness in the creative void. But have you ever been caught in a spiral of obsession? Checking your phone 10 times a day, rereading old texts, or analyzing every detail of a conversation? You call it effort, but really, it's obsession. I know that feeling. We think, if we hold on tight, what we want will come. But Carl Jung, who understood the soul, taught that obsession doesn't lead you to your dream. It pulls you further from yourself. Instead of obsessing, he invites us to integrate, to become whole. Think about a time you couldn't stop thinking about a person, a job, or a goal. Each thought, like a rope, tying you to a sense of lack. Jung said, desire isn't the problem. The problem is the deep attachment in your subconscious to the idea, I need this to feel enough. His work on individuation isn't about perfection, it's about wholeness. Wholeness means embracing every part of you, your joy, your pain, your light, and your darkness, the parts you're proud of and the ones you hide from shame or fear. Imagine your soul as a house with many rooms. Some rooms are bright, but others are locked, holding emotions you avoid. Obsession is standing outside, knocking, begging to get in. Integration is opening the door, stepping inside, and saying, I see you. You belong to me. When you do this, you no longer need the world to fill your void. You become whole from within. And here's the magic. You don't attract What you obsess over, you attract. What you've made peace with. I know, integration sounds hard. We want to act, to control. But Jung reminds us, true strength comes from acceptance. So what do we do? Today, when you feel the urge to check, to analyze, or to cling, pause it, take a deep breath, place your hand on your chest, and ask, what part of me thinks this will complete me? Maybe it's fear of rejection. Maybe it's a belief you're not enough. Don't judge, just listen, then say, I accept you. I don't need this to feel enough. Each time you anchor yourself in wholeness, stay with me, because when you integrate, instead of obsessing, you don't just escape the spiral, you become a magnet for what truly belongs to you. Love, opportunities, and peace will find you, not because you chased them, but because you've become your whole self. Part 7. Ego versus soul, choosing peace. So we've seen, integration brings wholeness, but have you ever felt a part of you panicking, checking emails constantly, glancing at the clock, wondering, why hasn't it happened yet? That's not the real you. That's your ego, screaming for control. I know that feeling. We often mistake it for intuition, but Carl Jung, who deeply explored the soul, called this a battle between ego and soul. The ego wants proof. Right now, the soul whispers, everything will come in its time. Think about a time you refreshed your inbox, waiting for a message, or stressed over a call that hasn't come. That feeling, like a wave, sweeping you away. The ego hates uncertainty. It needs to know how things will unfold, to feel safe. If it doesn't, it panics, making you think, I have to do something. But Jung taught us, that's not intuition, it's fear, dressed as urgency. The soul, on the other hand, doesn't chase. It knows what belongs to you will find you, like water flowing to a river. Jung wrote, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. The true you doesn't panic. It's at peace, trusting in divine timing. Picture your ego like a driver, slamming the gas, afraid of being late. Your soul is the passenger, smiling, knowing the destination is near. The ego demands results. The soul seeks alignment. When you choose your soul, you choose peace, even without proof. This is the strength Jung wanted us to embrace. Peace isn't loud. It doesn't beg or cling. It simply is. And in its being, it attracts everything you've ever hoped for. I know choosing peace isn't easy. We're taught to struggle, to hold on. But Jung reminds us, you're not here to control everything. You're here to co-create with the universe. So what do we do? Today, when you feel rushed, wanting to act, wanting to fix, pause it, take a deep breath, place your hand on your heart and ask, is this coming from my ego or my soul? If it's pressure or worry, it's the ego. If it's calm or trust, it's the soul. Then say, I choose peace right now. Each time you anchor yourself in stillness, stay with me, because when you choose peace over panic, you're not just a passenger in your life. You become its architect. Peace is your compass. Follow it, and everything, from love to opportunities, will follow you. Not because you forced it, but because you've become your true self, peaceful and strong. Part 8. Shadow work, manifesting from wholeness. So we've chosen peace over the ego's panic. But have you ever wondered why the things you crave sometimes bring pain? A relationship that makes you uneasy, a job leaves you feeling empty. Carl Jung, who explored the soul, had an answer. You can't manifest a vibrant life if you only embrace your bright parts. You must face your darkness, not evil, but the parts you've buried, fear, shame, anger, you pretend don't exist. I know, this sounds scary, but Jung called this shadow work, the key to manifesting from wholeness. Think about a time you obsessed over love until it consumed your mind. You thought, if someone loves me, I'll be okay. But deep inside, a voice whispered, I'm not enough. That's your shadow, manipulating your desires. Jung said, until you bring the subconscious into the light, it will steer your life, and you'll call it fate. If you manifest from fear or lack, you'll attract what mirrors your wounds, a relationship that amplifies insecurity, a success that fades as fast as it came because you drew it from a fractured soul. Picture your shadow like locked boxes in the basement of your soul. You avoid them, but they leak out through moments you sabotage yourself or choose the wrong people. Shadow work isn't erasing them, it's opening the boxes, looking inside, and saying, I see you. You don't control me anymore. When you do this, you reclaim your power. You stop manifesting from hurt. You manifest from wholeness, like a flame, burning bright, needing no one to fan it. I know, facing your shadow isn't easy. We want to run, blame the world, but Jung taught true strength is owning every part of you. So what do we do? Today, when you feel uneasy or angry, don't bury it. Find a quiet place. Breathe deeply. Ask yourself, where is this feeling coming from? What is it protecting? Maybe it's fear of rejection. Maybe it's shame from the past. Don't judge. Then say, I accept you. I don't need to fix you. Each time you make peace with your shadow, stay with me, because shadow work doesn't just heal, it transforms you into a magnet for what truly belongs to you. Love, success, peace will come not from forcing, but from the wholeness you've built from within. Part 9. You are the barrier, embracing yourself. So we faced our darkness, found wholeness. But have you ever felt, despite trying your hardest, things still don't move? Like a wall blocks you from your dreams? Here's a tough truth. Carl Jung, who understood the soul, made it clear, the only thing holding you back isn't your past or the universe. It's you. I know, that feels heavy. But listen, Jung said, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely, because when you don't, you become your own barrier. Think about a time you chased a relationship or a job, hoping it would make you feel enough. You did everything, made plans, prayed, but still felt stuck. Why? Because deep inside, a voice whispered, I'm not worthy. Jung pointed out, when you don't accept yourself, your soul splits. One part says, I want this, but another whispers, I'm not ready. Like a car, pressing the gas and brake. At the same time, you go nowhere. You sabotage yourself, not because you're weak, but because you carry an old version, full of doubt, from long ago. Picture yourself as a star hidden behind clouds. You think, if you find love or success, you'll shine. But Jung taught, you don't need anyone to light you up. You just need to clear the clouds by accepting every part of you, your fears, your shame, your failures. When you do that, your energy becomes unified. You stop pushing away what you crave. The universe only mirrors your belief. I know, Accepting yourself isn't easy. We're taught to earn our worth through achievements or approval. But Jung reminds us, you don't need to prove. You're enough right now. So what do we do? Today, when you feel stuck, pause it, find a quiet spot, breathe deeply. Ask yourself, what part of me still believes I'm not worthy? Maybe it's a memory of rejection. Maybe it's a fear of failing again. Don't run from it. Then say, I see you. I love you, even if you're not perfect. Each time you embrace yourself with compassion, stay with me, because when you accept yourself, you don't just remove the barrier. You become a flame, attracting everything from love to opportunities, not because you forced it, but because you believed you're worthy and always have been. Enough. Part 10. You're not manifesting, you're remembering. So we've cleared the barriers, embraced ourselves. But what if I told you, you don't need to create your dream, you just need to remember it was always yours? Carl Jung, who explored the soul, whispered a truth that shakes everything. You're not manifesting, you're remembering. I know. This sounds strange. We think we must build a new life with love, success, peace. But Jung taught, everything you crave is already in you. From the start, you lack nothing. You've just forgotten your true self. Think about a time you felt disconnected, like you were searching for a lost piece. You made plans, prayed, chased, thinking happiness was out there somewhere. But Jung said, you don't need to search, you need to remember. Remember that the love you seek lives in your heart. The peace you want is your breath. The success you chase is the light in your soul. The world made you believe you must earn your worth. But Jung reminds us, you didn't lose it. You're just covered by fear, doubt, and the stories you tell about yourself. Picture your soul like a night sky full of stars, but hidden by clouds. You think you must reach up to touch the stars, but really, you just need to let the clouds clear. Each step of healing, each moment of letting go, is a cloud you push away. Fear of rejection, a cloud, feeling not enough. Another cloud, when you stop forcing, stop chasing, you return to your original frequency, the frequency you were born with. That frequency doesn't beg, it simply is, and attracts like a magnet. I know, remembering sounds simple, but it takes trust. We're taught to work hard, to prove we're worthy. But Jung taught, you don't need fixing. You need to reveal your true self without clinging, without fear. So what do we do? Today, when you feel rushed, wanting to control, pause it, find a quiet place, breathe deeply, place your hand on your heart and ask, what part of me forgot I'm enough? Then say, I remember I'm enough right now. Feel the lightness, even for a second. Each time you anchor yourself in this truth, stay with me, because when you remember, you don't just attract your dream, you become it. Love, peace, success will come, not because you forced them, but because you've returned to your true self, whole and strong. You're not late, you're not lacking, you're coming home, and that home was always yours. So we've journeyed together with Carl Jung, from letting go to remembering your true self. Do you feel, even a little, that lightness inside? We've learned you don't need to chase your dream. You just need to become it by believing you're already enough. I know the world out there is noisy, telling you to do more, but Jung reminds us, stillness is strength. Doing nothing, from trust is the bravest act. Let this moment anchor into your soul. Don't let it slip away. Like another video, you watch and forget. Today, if you feel a spark of light, take action. Write down, I let go, I align, I receive, not to show off, but to tell your subconscious, I choose myself. Hit like, not just for this video, but to remind yourself, this moment matters. Share this story with a friend who's lost, chasing everything except themselves, because Jung said, those who look inward are waken. You could be the breeze that wakes them up. Subscribe if you want to continue this journey of self-discovery. This isn't just a channel, it's a path for souls ready to remember, in a world obsessed with more, buying present is rebellion. Breathe deeply, feel yourself. Right now, you're not manifesting, you're remembering. And that journey starts today. Welcome home.